Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the first week of November. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate, guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we're going to get into your recent past, your current energy, and the near future, and then we will clear that and get into your person's energy, whoever's on your mind, and your energy and see what's going on there. All right, so thank you so much to everyone who is returning. I so appreciate you all. And if you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I do personal readings. If you'd like one of those, the information is in the description box below. For some reason, my deck feels really light, and I don't know. I think it's just me. Maybe things are just feeling a little bit lighter to you. Sorry if I shook you. I don't know. The whole deck just doesn't feel like it's here. But I know it is because the cards aren't anywhere else. All right, so let's see what's going on for you guys. I'm going to do one more check. Yep, nope, they're all here. So that's going to resonate for somebody. Things just seem like they're either moving in a much easier way. Something seems to be coming together. That's what I want to say. Something's coming together. So let's see what's going on. So in the recent past, we have the Eight of Wands. And then the Nine of Wands, interesting. And then the Two of Cups, okay. Current energy is the Queen of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have in the near future, the Six of Wands, which I love. That means good things, moving towards good things. The Seven of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. So your overall energy is the Lovers in reverse. So let's see. I want to see what's behind that. We've got the Six of Swords. Okay, the Lovers in reverse. So you have probably come out of a relationship. For some of you, this could have happened a long time ago, or it could have been more recent, and a lot of things happened really quickly. That's why the Eight of Wands is there, and the Ten of Wands, because even though the communication was fast, something may have shifted quickly. It still feels like it's a burden. The Two of Cups could have been a good conversation. Doesn't have to be for everybody, but I feel like there's two people who kind of get each other and at the same time understand that maybe things weren't meant to be. You could have just had a situation where you're better off friends if you started dating and you just realized that maybe the two of you didn't really click on the romantic level, that it's better just to be friends. So it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of moving towards that calm mental energy just yet, but I feel like in the near future you're going to get there. So let's go ahead and see what else we get from this. With the Eight of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So the communication seems to be not only quick, but also in a sense, this is going to sound weird with the Ten of Wands being there, but this is what I feel, so I'm going to say it. Even though it may have been a stressful conversation, it's one that needed to be had. So this could represent friends, family members, even a sibling. Like how difficult this has been, how much of a burden this has been. There could have been some things that just needed to be resolved and you hadn't been able to talk about it, and all of a sudden the communication was just like slam right in your face. You guys had an opportunity to talk. It happened. It moved quickly. And I feel like there's a release of that feeling of, oh my God, this has just been weighing on me so heavily. I've needed to talk about this for so long. So we'll clarify that in just a moment and see what else we get for that. Now, in the current energy, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. There's two things that are coming up for me with this. One is somebody could have been really sharp with you and put you in a place where you felt a little bit inadequate. It happens. We aren't necessarily feeling that way ourselves, but if somebody else has a sharp tongue, let's say you have a boss, that's what I really want to go to, that has a tendency to just kind of speak their mind, I feel like that put you in a place where you didn't really appreciate the way that it made you feel, and it could have also put kind of like a muzzle on, I want to say a muzzle, but not a, how do I want to describe this? It's like a blanket over a fire. Like it was putting your fire out. Like it didn't give you that push and drive. And it could have been a partner as well that spoke up and said, you know, I feel like you're pulling back passionately. I feel like there's something going on. What's wrong? Can we talk about this? And then the Knight of Pentacles says, I feel like this is your energy as well. It's saying that you're moving away from this not necessarily in a fast way, just understanding why things had to happen the way that they did in order to push you forward. Because the Knight of Pentacles is about seeking opportunities. It's also about offering something to someone. But I feel like this is you, if you have a desire to, say, change jobs, looking for other things, looking for something that's going to feel better for you, especially if you have someone that's creating this sense of like, I don't want to be here anymore. If they're making your surroundings uncomfortable, it could be pushing you in that direction of wanting to look for something different. And I do feel like your energy is grounded, which is good. When you're looking for new opportunities, you want to get to a good place and make sure that you're seeing things exactly the way they are before you take that next step. But your back is turned to these energies. So whatever it was, if it was a partner who cut kind of deep or just spoke some kind of a serious truth that could have left you in a place of feeling a little disheveled. And I feel like there's a part of you that just kind of wants to move on or move away from that. So you could have been closing out one cycle, or maybe you already did this in a relationship, and that's what's putting you in a position where you know now clearly what it is that you want. So let's clarify that as well in just a moment. So in the near future, we have the Six of Wands with the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Sun in reverse. That tells me that you know clearly what your expectations are for the future. The Seven of Cups, I wanted to say six, so it could have been somebody from the past. The Seven of Cups in reverse just says there's no more confusion about it, and that's what you seek anyway. We don't want to be confused. If things aren't going to work out, I'd rather just know, right? You'd rather just know. If this isn't making you happy anymore, I don't think you're confused about it. I think you're saying, I'll just push myself in the direction that I know is going to be good for me. He's seeking solace. He's seeking victory. This is good news also coming in. So if you've been looking for something, a new position, or you've been seeking more money, this is telling me that this is going to be good news in the near future about that. Whatever you weren't happy about, if you spoke your truth, let's say you had to go to your boss because you're looking for a raise and you're just not happy about how much you've been making or how much effort you've put in, and yet you're not being compensated properly. This is saying that you're going to find that victory. Because if you're not happy and you've expressed this with the King of Swords, then somebody's going to take you seriously. And maybe in the past you were a little bit confused about what you really felt like you had the ability to say or how you could approach the situation. But being honest about how you feel is what's going to bring you this good news. Now, if this is a relationship and you've come to a place where you realize, okay, this is what I don't want. If you're single and you've had that massive realization, it's almost as good to know what you don't want as it is to know what you want. That helps you find the person that is meant for you. The Six of Wands has the crown, and I always say that's someone in a sense seeking their other half. They're king to their queen to their king, king, queen, whatever it is that you're into, doesn't matter. But it's good news or a good feeling or victory over the situation. All right, let's clarify that. Let's see what's going on with the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This is for Aquarius. So we have the Hermit. So yes, inner work. Seeing, okay, I'm going to pick that up in just a second. And then the Queen of Wands is in the upright, which I like. Because even though at times in the current energy you may be feeling a little less passionate about things or a little bit discouraged, you know who you are. The Hermit is seeing people for who they are as well. It's like, and also I want to say the snake is a representation of you shed skin and go through all these changes all the time. So we're always shape-shifting. So having your eye on that and recognizing that we don't stay in one place ever. There's always consistent movement. So for you, it's like you're having that understanding that you're needing to shed one skin to get to the new. And that's good. He sees a lot very clearly. He's got a lot of insight. He's got a lot of wisdom. And that's what comes from the experiences we have and the changes that we've made and the people that we've experienced, even if they have been snakes themselves. Obviously, we know what a snake means. Somebody who doesn't do right by you or that is there to teach you lessons. And the Queen of Wands is just saying that you've stayed in that passionate place. She's also very aware of her surroundings, I want to say. So you could be more sensitive to the people around you, or you're much more aware of the attributes that somebody carries that are not the ones that you seek for yourself. So they may be perfect for someone, but maybe not be perfect for you. And yes, that could have created a lot of stress for you while all of this was happening. You release this partner, you just don't see eye to eye anymore. It isn't a love relationship, and you just decide you want to be friends, and then you work on focusing on those things so that you can move forward into the right type of relationship, especially if somebody ever brought you down or made you feel a little bit less than, or something about the situation just didn't make you feel good, period. All right, so let's look at the Queen of Wands in reverse with the King of Swords. All right, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So that decision that I was talking about, if you need to move on from a position and you're feeling pushed because it doesn't fulfill you anymore, it's saying that you were having a tough time, but I do see that you're going to get clarity about that with it in reverse and make a decision to move forward, or at least speak your truth about what has made you unhappy and how you are seeking either other employment or in the partnership, just, hey, listen, this just doesn't work and I'd like to move forward. I don't necessarily want this to be dramatic. It's just too stressful. And I want something that's more solid and grounded. All right, so the Knight of Pentacles with the King of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, that's being completely done. Making a final decision to really cut off the energy, being tired of either feeling betrayed or just not happy, not mentally fulfilled, not physically or emotionally fulfilled, and choosing yourself, choosing to find a more stable direction to go in. All right, so let's look at the Six of Wands with the Seven of Cups. Yes, the Magician. I like that. That's all about manifesting the things that you do want and finding victory in that. Trusting that what it is that you really want is your soul pushing you in the direction. It's what you came here to experience. So trust that, yes, when you start to want to put your energy into manifesting something new, it is a universal shift. It means that you are now in the next stage of manifesting the things that you desire in your life and not being confused about them and understanding the things that didn't make you happy. All right, so the Seven of Cups with the Sun in reverse. Yep, and then we have the Queen of Swords. Speaking truth, again, she's full of integrity. And then we have the Six of Cups. So where you had felt like you were obviously giving very much to another person, in this card, it's a little bit different. It doesn't show someone giving to a person below. It's more about finding that balance. So yes, you could be wanting to receive as much either recognition at work, appreciation, and just, straight being seen for what you do. And the same thing in a relationship. The Queen of Swords is very honest. So you have no problem telling people the truth about who you are, what you expect, and how you'd like to be treated, as well as the Queen of Wands. Masculine or feminine energy doesn't matter. Now, you could be seeing butterflies. They just pointed that out for some reason. And there's two kitties. So some of you have cats. I know that's pretty obvious, but they could be very important to you. And you could feel like that animal is so connected to your energy. There's something about spirits being around you at the time. So white birds, rare, but they may come up in, say, a picture or something that you see. And it's going to be a reminder of someone that's there with you, your angels, right? Your guidance, your team, whoever they are. Usually butterflies represent people that have passed, probably a grandmother energy that is saying, do what's best for you. Do what's going to make you truly happy. Don't ever forget that you have the depth of integrity that in a lot of cases, a lot of signs don't necessarily. You're someone who leads with that. It is your energy, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So it is air energy. And then we have the Star in reverse. Okay, so they're leading me to the deck with the Tower card. So big changes are definitely coming. The Star in reverse just means that there's a little bit of healing that needs to be done, which is going to put you in the position to be ready for any of these big changes that you desire. And then boom, there comes the Sun in the upright. So right after all of this, what feels like things have fallen apart, where that feels like, then something brand new. So the Tower is really a great thing, even though it hurts at the time if it's something that's been a negative emotion, something we felt that we didn't expect to fall apart or didn't really want to make the change because we're uncomfortable with it. This says that that's going to break away the things that aren't meant to be there in your life anymore so that you can start really focusing on what is going to bring this joy into your life. And they're indicating that that's what you're going to see in the near future. So know that you go from realizing what doesn't make you happy to being in a place of being happy. And then the King of Wands shows up. I think he's a passionate new beginning, male or female. He's usually my narcissist, but I don't feel that this time. I think he is someone who's going to attract your attention, he or she, and it's going to be a very passionate connection, something that really does make you happy. So if you're looking, this is what's coming next, and it's going to be, it may not be something that's forever, but it feels like a good reminder of what it's like to be in something where you feel engaged and you feel connected on a deeper level. Sometimes they're just practice runs, right? And other times they are meant to be there for good. And it could be that this person meets you because, I want to go back to this really quickly, that is our perfect pair, the King and Queen. So someone who meets you on that level, someone who's as passionate, as driven, knows who they are, knows their worth, all of those things that the wands can represent can bring such an exciting element to a relationship. And I think that's what you're desiring, is someone who's on that level with you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear these and we will get into the person that's on your mind. So think about that person for just a moment. Okay, so this is for, there are some cards. There we go. That made sense. There were some cards mixed up in the other cards, but we didn't have them before, so I don't think they were meant to be. And now I'm seeing the Three of Cups. So it feels like there's something that will be worth celebrating in the near future. It could be something small, but I feel like you'll either be going out and having a really good time or spending some time with friends and family, especially with the holidays coming, or just going out for Halloween and having a great time. All right, let's see. This is for Aquarius. So your person's energy is the Three of Wands with the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Swords. Your energy is the King of Swords with the Chariot in reverse, Temperance in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. I think there's part of you that's a little bit confused about this particular energy. So if this is different from the main, this may resonate more. The Hangman in reverse means things are not actually stuck. I don't think anybody's in a place where they don't understand what's going on. Your person's energy with the Three of Wands is indicating that they're waiting for something to happen for them. They know what's meant for them, so they're willing to wait for that. With the Two of Swords, they could be indecisive, or you feel like they are. The Six of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody who gives equally, but then the Seven of Swords shows up right behind it. I don't think this is the type of person that cheats, or you have to worry about them, you know, being someone who steals or lies or all those things. I just think they have left relationships in the past very quickly if they didn't work for them, because they like things to be very balanced. So if they're in a place of being indecisive, it's because they know what they want and they're willing to wait for it. And it doesn't mean that it's not you. It just means that they want to be 100% sure before they're all the way in. Your energy is the King of Swords, a lot of integrity. Your energy, again, I consider them all three. It doesn't matter which card it is. The Chariot in reverse. Now, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, Aries, or Leo. And then we have another Sag card. So it could be strong Sag. And Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't have a lot of earth energy here, but we had some in the main. So it could be anybody. Now, with the Chariot in reverse, it's like you're not pushing forward too much. You might be losing patience and feel a little bit confused about where this person's energy is. I think they just want to be 100% sure before they commit to anything. They really know how they want things to look in the future, and they don't want to act too quickly. So if you question that they're a little bit indecisive, I do feel like right now they are. All right. Let's look at the Romance Angels. This is for Aquarius. So we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now that could be for some of you. For others of you, it could just be having a conversation and figuring things out. Pay attention to the red flags. Okay, well, that came up with the Seven of Swords. So some of you, yes, you could have been dealing with somebody who wasn't telling you the full truth. If you're not sure about this person, definitely keep your feelers up and make sure that you trust that your intuition is, that you're paying attention to your intuition. Wedding, this involves marriage. It could. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. There was one more on the top, deception. Okay. So this is telling a little bit different of a story than I originally had picked up. So some of you are definitely dealing with somebody who's indecisive and has problems telling the truth. So if they do come back and this is someone you don't want, that's okay. Pay attention. If you're open to it, they could be saying that they want to get married and maybe they're not sure that that's what they want. Whatever it is, I'd say be cautious, yes. Now, if this is a healthier person, it may seem as though there's deception and maybe the red flags that you are picking up on are things that are relating to what I spoke about, which is that they're just indecisive. And maybe you don't want to wait around if somebody's indecisive, which I understand. Things take time. People are at different places in their lives. We're not always in sync at the same time. So sometimes things can actually come together after you've spent some time in the relationship is what I want to say. It could be also because they dealt with deception and problems in their past within a marriage. All right, so let's get some advice and then we'll see what their actions are. What's the advice for Aquarius, please? We have the Four of Pentacles. Open up. Be patient with the Three of Wands. Knight of Cups. Make sure you're clear about what you want in a relationship. And then Ace of Swords. The clarity. And there's the Seven of Swords again. So some of you could have been dealing with somebody who had some deception. But I think what they're saying is be sure you understand. You are clear about what you want. And if this person doesn't get that, then that's their issue. If they've had problems in the past and they try to project them onto you, or they have any secrets or seem like they're withholding something, definitely be cautious of that. The Nine of Cups in reverse, something's definitely shifting and changing. I'm not going to lie, it feels a little confusing. Usually I'm pretty clear about it, but this could be a tough one for some of you to decide whether this is going to be right for you or if this person is actually someone to be cautious of. All right, now let's get the Lover's Oracle and see if we can get some more info. This is for Aquarius. We have Twin Flames. Interesting. Your passion ignites. That could explain why we've got the runner here, someone who runs. You may feel like you've constantly been in a place of wondering how they actually feel, and that can be so within the Twin Flame connection. Playfulness, laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember, love is the greatest healer. That's interesting. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. I'm going to take one more. Freedom, there is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. All right, so the last thing we're going to get is a couple of cards from the universe. Spirit, universe, the wisdom of the oracle. Let's see, we've got breathe. Okay, so that's also reduced to an 11, which could mean that you are dealing with a strong soulmate connection. Definitely, possibly the twin flame. Chopped wood, loyal heart. That seems like a contradiction. And then the fates. And then we have never-ending story. So that's that round and round. But the never-ending story is reduced to a 10, which means there are new beginnings. So they're saying definitely take this time to breathe through it. If you need to meditate more, relax more, get your mind clear, do the best that you can. It can't be easy for everyone, but do the best that you can. Chopped wood is reduced to a 6. This is giving me that 6 vibe from the 6 of Pentacles. So finding balance. Also getting outside. I say this with this card, I don't know why, but it's about physical activity, getting connected with earth, wood, trees, things like that. And then we have loyal heart. So I think what you're looking for is someone with a loyal heart. And if somebody doesn't have that and your senses are really clear that this person isn't going to be loyal, or they may be saying that they are, but you're not 100% sure. With that 6 of Wands that we had in the victory, in the near future, that's to me very similar to finding the king and queen. Like I said, it's finding that counterpart that matches you perfectly, and then the fates. So something is fated, and there's eights here. So eights are really big for infinity, right? It could be that this finally comes to a place where it lasts. If you've had difficulties in the past and you're trying to make it work and you want it to come together for good, then that's about really putting in the work to have it last and be in it. Or that's just what you really want out of a relationship, which I feel like everybody does. Okay, my loves, these are your messages. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this helped. Thank you again for all of your support, your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you'd like a personal, that's in the description box. And I hope you guys have an amazing first week of November. I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Take care.